Well, even if you've never committed a crime, police may have your fingerprints at their fingertips.
We first reported earlier this month the Department of Public Safety stopped scanning all 10 prints to get a driver's license or renew it. The agency wanted the prints to combat identity theft and even terrorism. They only stopped because lawmakers did not like the policy. But plenty of questions remain, like what happens with the thousands of fingerprints already collected? As KXAN's Amanda Brandeis explains, it all depends on what happens this year at the Capitol.
It was, if you want a license, we must do this.
Last June, Hunter Turnbow and his father reluctantly handed over all 10 of their fingerprints to DPS.
And I say reluctantly only because why is that necessary and why is it needed?
But he needed a driver's license, so he did it anyways.
Fingerprints, yeah, it might seem a little minor, but what's the next step? Are you going to take a swab of my inner mouth?
Now that the policy's on hold, Hunter wants answers.
What about all of those, I'm assuming thousands of persons whose information that they have taken in, including mine and my father's? What about that data?
People are very sensitive nowadays about their privacy, and their fingerprints are a part of their privacy.
Representative Tony Tinderholt believes the prints were collected inappropriately. He filed a bill to delete the fingerprint data and make sure this doesn't happen again.
I know that there are people out there that this is not important to them, but I would implore them to consider the long-term effects of giving up your privacy this time.
With the change, DPS will only take 2 fingers.
So what will they be doing with your index fingerprint? I'm told they'll be creating a unique database, but it's still being determined how that database will be used.
As for what to do with the thousands collected, DPS will wait for direction from lawmakers. Amanda Brandeis, KXAN News.
The DPS says none of the prints collected in the last year or so are currently in the automated fingerprint identification system. However, the agency does have access to that data. And that's not the only big license issue right now. On Monday, we told you how the state had to send about 850,000 replacement licenses because of a typo. It was the vendor's fault and they had to pay for it, but there is a chance that some of those extra IDs would end up being used as fakes.